You have to unmute yourself, Gohulan, before you speak.
Yes, thank you, Lalit. Hello and welcome everyone to this virtual marathon 2020. Unfortunately, this is a virtual event this time. Hope everybody here are safe from COVID-19. Let me introduce myself. I am Gohulan Somanathan from Sri Lanka. I am working as an implementation consultant at Oracle Hospitality and Hospital Technology in Sri Lanka. I am here to share my experience about running projects using the tools of Office 365. Actually, the product management is the main thing when we consider successful projects. So straight away, I will move on to my presentation. Before that, thank you our general sponsors and other sub-sponsors who are organizing and giving sponsorship to this event. Thank you so much. So here, this is my lineup. I'm going to cover with my session today. Introduction of project management and how Office 365 tools going to help project management and some real world issues in the project management and some tools to running project management using the Office 365 such as Power Apps, Teams, SharePoint, Outlook, and Groups. So later we will build a system or on system with zero coding knowledge. So without any coding knowledge, I will show you how to build a own system. Right. So straight away, I will move on to my session. So when we consider about a successful project, before that, I have a question. What is project management? So project management is a practice or maybe it's a goal to achieve a successful project. In other terms, day-to-day life, we are facing lot of projects and how we are going to solve these projects or how we are going to achieve this project success. So managing projects is called as project management. So why do we use project management? To put things into perspective, project management is essentially about delivering an output that will affect some change for the benefit of the organization. And to know more why is project management important, some facts or some key facts or some main goals below listed that will give you a convincing explanation on its importance and relevance. So time planning. So time planning in the sense time management techniques for the project managers. We will go through these with this time planning deeply in my next slide. And I will show you how the Office 365 tool will help us to run a efficient time planning management. So the second thing is communication. So when we consider about communication, so effective communication in between the stakeholders and the project management team or project team will guide to get a project success. So in the third part, I'm going to cover collaboration and monitoring project management using the Office 365 tools. And finally, risk management factors and how we are going to face the risk management and how we are going to solve these issues. Right. So these are the keys which will help us to run a successful project: time planning, communication, collaboration, monitoring, and risk management. So I'm moving on to time planning or time management. So when we consider about a time planning, an ounce of gold will not buy an inch of time. It's an ancient proverb. So if the time goes, it won't come again in our life. So if we consider the time management or time planning, it plays the major role in the project management. And it plays a very important role in the organization as well. So if we consider about the efficient planning, without an efficient plan, there is no control. Or likewise, without the planning, we cannot manage the things properly. Something, so setting goals and objective or setting deadlines or delegation of responsibilities are the top goals under time planning. So while we are setting an effective time planning, we have to prepare a to-do list, prioritize the high or low level tasks from the to-do list, mark the tasks which already finished, allocate time for each task, sending alert or emails for each task. So we will go this all step individually and deeply. So value of time management, as I already mentioned, plays the main frame in the successful project. There are a lot of ways to setting an effective planning, but here I am sharing mine. When we consider to setting an effective plan, the first thing to prepare a day plan by creating to-do list. Then prioritizing the list is the second goal. Whether the task is important or can be do later. Mark the list once it is finished and which are still not started yet. Allocate time for each task will help me to easily find the free slots in a day or week wise. And finally, sending an alert to client or the third party who are involving on the task will be an advantage or an advanced option to make sure the task is getting ready or conforming to begin. Most of the project coordinators and managers are using several tools and some are maintaining manually. So my question is there any tools available to do this all time management or time planning? Or what's the suitable or best tool in the real market to maintain this time maintenance or time management? One of the best tool I have ever used is Microsoft's To-Do app or application. It's available with Office 365 subscription. So why we need to use To-Do? Before I am getting started with To-Do, we will see how To-Do is mainly focused and helps the project manager to achieve a successful. To-Do is mainly web-based and available in all platforms. So If we consider a to-do, we can straight away go to todo.microsoft.com and we can sign up. Get your list anywhere on any device. Sync your task in between Outlook and To-Do. Here also we can set and due dates or reminders, or we can also set our tasks by grouping by project or topic. Let us create a basic task with To-Do and see how it's working. So here, this is my To-Do web-based application. As I mentioned, this one is available in Android, Windows, as well as iOS Apple iPhones. So I am getting started with this one. So we need to have a Microsoft 365 subscription. So once I signed in, okay, let me try again. Right. I'm sorry, I have some technical issues. Now it's okay. So I'm going to create a basic My Day task. My Day, and I am adding a task. Maybe call with Alex. So this task still I did not finish and I just created for my future reference. In case meeting with Alex, I already scheduled for today, and if it's finished, I can just click on this one and this task will hide or it marked as finished tasks. So in the panel, you can see planned and assigned to me, flagged email, and there are some groups available. Uh, you can categorize as project wise or as well as any consultancy wise or topic wise. I have two groups here. So if you have any important task, we can just maintain this one. Just right click and mark as important. So it will come under mark as important task. So you can see here the star wise it's categorized into two or three important tasks. So if someone assign you a task from their level, or if your coworker assign a task with you, if they share with you, the task will share in this panel. So if you want to share with your coworkers or your friends or colleagues, you can just create a task and this one is can undo this as well. And if you want to add any attachments, you can just click this one and add an attachment. If you want any meetings or updates of the project, you can just add the PDF or any files. And if you still want to repeat this task daily basis or weekly basis, you can remind me, or you can repeat this task daily if you want. Actually, this subscription is freely available with Microsoft 365 subscription. And once you have created these tasks, what you can do is you can send an email with the invitation as well. Let me show you how to send that email as well. Yeah, I will show you. And from here, you can click it, or without complete this one, you can click and you can share it. You can create invitation link and you can copy this link and you can send across your colleagues or friends. So they can join or they can ignore your task management. So the next thing in your My Day, you can see from your previous task or today's task as well as in the tomorrow tasks as you can see from this panel. So this is a basic application with a user friendly, very user friendly. So with this application, I am pretty sure you can make your or you can create your task and you can manage it from anywhere. So this will help project managers or project coordinators to manage their tasks and their meetings from anywhere in the world with any devices. So hope everyone will say hello to do soon. I will come back to my presentation. Right. Okay. The next thing to achieve a successful project, communication is the thing. Communication is an essential process in our day-to-day life. So when we consider a project management, communication or art of communication focuses on the importance of play the main role there. And I am pretty sure that every good project starts with a best communication plan. And it brings, or the best communication brings the trust in between the stakeholder and the team. Making relationship in a proper way, using the proper tools, or using a proper communication way will help project manager to achieve a successful project. So if we take it in a real world, we cannot just take the words as a words or the verbal convocations over the phone as a valid aspects. Definitely we need to have a proof in case in future if they get resolved. That's the appropriate method for communication or communication. Information on what to be communicated. So that means how we are going to plan. So what data we are going to share with shareholders or stakeholders, or what we are going to share with the clients. So that's of course information on what is to be communicated. The third thing, file to be shared. So maybe project reports, agendas, or updates we need to share through email or to get update to share updates with the shareholders or stakeholders. So for this purpose, we have a tool called Microsoft Outlook. Pretty awesome tool. Most of the people or most of the IT related people are familiar with this tool, but I am pretty sure this tool or this application will be a wonderful application in your future if you are go for the communication purposes. So some cool things about Outlook. So let's say organizing emails. So organizing emails in a folder wise. Let's say we are running 4 projects parallelly and I am getting emails from stakeholders or clients from four all 4 projects. So what we can do is we can create a folder wise email, project 1, project 2, and project 3, project 4. So whatever the email comes from project 1, we can set it to go for project 1 folder. So easily we can categorize them. The second thing, remind you automatically when you miss something. So what it means, if you write something in the email or if you compose a new email and type the words attachment or attach, then you try to send email without including an attachment, Outlook will just pop up an error or just will remind you that you may have forgotten to attach a file. You can hold the sending process, attach your file, and you can send it once you attach the file. And ignore the convocation if you don't need. Have you ever found yourself on an email thread you wanna ignore? If you work for a large company, someone might add you to a distribution or someone will add CC for your email address list without your knowledge. For a humorous an anecdote about Microsoft's own experience with this situation, rather than delete every single message in the thread as they arrive, you can ignore the entire convocation. So that means all the message in the convocation will be moved to the delete items or delete folder, and future messages in that convocation will bypass your inbox entirely and go right to the deleted items folder. You can check it. I am pretty sure you can try this in your outbox. And if you mark email as an important message, perhaps you are waiting for a job offer or concert, pre-sale code, or a legal brief from your company. So what you can do is you can make their email address as important email or important communications. Use Outlook's new item alerts to tell you whenever an incoming message meets specific criteria or specific topic. This alert will display over any other application you are working on. So you never miss that message, or after you marked as important, you're never gonna miss that email again. And this thing is the pretty cool thing in the Outlook, add mentions. So while we looking in the Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, we can just comment someone else with the add mentions. This cool feature is available in the Outlook as well. If you're sending an email to dozens of coworkers or millions of people in the single email, but you don't need to get an answer from all of them. So you are targeting only 1 or 2% from that dozen coworkers or millions of people. So what you can do is basically you can just type at followed by their name, and then several things will happen. Their name is automatically added to line of the email message. So the particular person will get to know this email is for me, or the sender is expecting a reply from me. Their name is highlighted in the message body. When they receive the message in their inbox, they will see the at symbol in the message list indicating they are mentioning by or mentioned by name. So in the last, save important emails, calendar events, attachments, or files which attached in the email. We can save it in our environment. So with this function, if a particular email is if we need for our future purpose, even after you left from your company, what you can do is you can just save this email in your desktop or laptop, as well as attachments, calendar, or notes, or whatever the files they have attached in the email. So the next topic in the running successful projects or key goal, collaboration and monitoring. What is collaboration? In a simple word, we can say work together towards a success. So we will deeply look on what is collaboration. Sounds just like project is going right way or in a right path. Collaboration have been a big buzzword in the past several years, as organizations realize that effective collaboration is key to innovation. New methods have emerged to extend the meaning of collaboration from the simple act of working together to a more complex function of interrelating diverse. So when we consider the setting and effective time planning, we have to increase such the productivity, online monitoring, problem solving, and resource finding, share, communicate, and trains the staff online. So for this collaboration and monitoring, in Microsoft 365 tool, there is a subtool called Microsoft Teams, teams.microsoft.com. So why Teams are so cool? Or why the people are, most of the people using Teams? We can monitoring the activities online and on-the-go messaging, desktop sharing and control is available in Microsoft Teams, and private and public chat support is available. So if we consider Teams as like other apps, it's available in the Android, iOS and all platforms, and web-based as well as desktop-based. Microsoft Teams is a centralized chat-based collaboration platform to complete document sharing, online meeting, and many more extremely useful features for business communication. Having an excellent team with a Microsoft team base is key to being able to make creative decisions and communicate. So some reasons why we need to use Microsoft Teams as a communication, collaboration or monitoring tool. Before or during and after in meetings makes the experience so much easier. As soon as you create the meeting, you can start chatting with the participation about the agenda, share the files that you need them to review and keep track of meeting notes and to those. You can even check who unknown people are that have been initiated. Then after the recording of the call is immediately available in the same tab. So if you miss the meeting, you don't need to count for the recording. It's right there with the meeting notes. So improved collaboration and communication with Microsoft Teams. You don't need to switch apps. When you need to collaborate on a document, you can create the Word, Excel, or PowerPoint document in Teams. Immediately share it with your coworkers or friends or colleagues. Then co-author will, within a blink of an eye, no more sending out different versions through email and the resulting versions confusion. You can add comments or to-dos and chat with your coworkers to discuss the document right there. And the last, stay connected anytime, anywhere. While on the move, we need to stay connected, be reachable, and have access to your resources. Actually, with the Teams phone app or desktop app, you can immediately access to your apps and documents. You can easily respond to chat and convocations as well. Join meetings with one click and continue to collaborate, so even on the move, you are kept completely in the loop. So hope this Microsoft Teams will pretty much enough to help communicating and collaboration or monitoring the co-workers to project managers. So next part, I'm going to cover developing our own applications for project management. So when we consider on the developing, we need to consider what's the type of the application, cost for the development, resources, and availability. So if we consider those all the topics, so when a project manager, if the project manager is not from a IT industry, he must need to have a coding knowledge or development knowledge. So here we are going to see how without the coding or general knowledge about IT industry, how he is going to manage. So developing applications for their own use or for their own applications. Here we have a huge and beautiful tool called Power Apps. With these Power Apps, we can create our own apps with zero coding knowledge and user-friendly and connecting to external data sources, dashboard, offline features, and huge number of templates. So with these old functions, we can slightly start creating our own application or portal applications without any single coding knowledge or wasting extra cost to develop application from the developing side. So I will move on to how we are going to create, or I'm going to show you how to create a Power App application without any coding knowledge. So here this is the application, powerapps.com. once you sign in with your Microsoft application, you can see a dashboard like this. So in the template, you can see a lot of templates available. Without template, if you want to create an application or software, you can go creating a blank canvas app or portal from blank. I'm going to take from template. What I'm going to create is I'm going to create a budget taker or my expenses app. So here you can see this template, my expenses. I just click on this template, and here is my app name. My app name is Somanathan 365 demo, and I need to connect with SharePoint, but here I am not going to connect with SharePoint. Create. So it will create a project. Somanathan 365 demo and 65. Yeah, it's sign in record. Yeah, I need to sign in again. Right. So I'm going to create a blank application with a my expenses template. So my app name is Somanathan 365 demo. So I'm creating this application, but I am not going to connect with my SharePoint app. It's creating and it's loading the application. So from this template, I'm not going to connect with my SharePoint. Don't allow. Yeah, the app is created. So you can see this is a basic application has created. Actually, I didn't write any single code or any single line of code in the backend, but this application has created. If you want, just you can debug it. So this is my application. So we will customize it. So I will put a name for these expenses. And we can customize these buttons. And we can change the theme. It's like a customizing an application. I'm pretty sure there's no any other platforms to do like this. I'm customizing this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace my daily expenses with this button. So just the application is created. I didn't write any single line of code. What I did, only I changed this name. So the application is created. So I'm gonna debug this application. So this is my application. So you can see without any knowledge of coding, I just created an application in a 1 minute. So I'm going to add my application. So expenses, today's date, and report to manager, and approval from Somanathan, and cost center, console, and create. So you can see I have already created a project manager list, and this is available in the dashboard. If I want to create a pending job or approved job or approved expenses, we can just create it. Number maybe 212 and approved by Gohulan, and so it's come under. So you can see in the dashboard whatever the expenses we are creating and open pending expenses are here. What I can do is I can share with this application with my, once it's saved, I can share with this application with my colleagues or project team or other people, or even I can save this to my computer. I can send it through email. Let's make another app. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mobile phone application without any coding knowledge. Maybe we can create a leave request form. So I'm going to create for this one for mobile phone. My application name is demo leave. Create. So this application I targeted for mobile applications only. So you can see phone layout and tablet layout. It's loading the resources and it's creating the project. Here also it's asking to connect Microsoft 365 Outlook and 365 users. I am not going to allow this one. So it almost took 1 minute, I guess. So within 1 minute, I created a mobile phone application. So if you just debug this one or run this application, so this is my application. So if I want to log in as an employee or manager, I can log in. You can see with this template how pretty I have created this application. So I can request and leave. Maybe it's a sick leave from 28th to 30th. Okay, and next, and submit request to title requesting and next, and submit request. So the request is submitted. So we'll see. Sorry. So here as well, we can change our customize our application with these buttons or this theme or whatever the options. Even you can maintain this database in different databases for outside from this application, Google Drive or OneDrive or Dropbox or Box. So here so much pretty options are available. You can customize each and every line and you can get a good application or efficient application with this one, and you can share with your coworkers and and you can put any new buttons and you can set any rules or advanced. You can see on select or what's the data needs to be here. There are a lot of options available. So if you go through with these Power Apps, you can find more than that. And if you come here, there are a lot of templates available: help desk, Power Apps training, service desk. So if you're managing an help desk or service desk department, you can use this help desk template and you can just manage your service priority, whether it's one or critical or low level priority, or you can assign your employee at what time they have to log in, or you can change that one as well. So once it's finished, you can see how many service requests or help desk question has answers so far. From this budget tracker, we can create a budget tracker on the budget management. So there are a lot of templates available. More than this, I am pretty sure it's available in the internet as well. And if you consider on the Power Apps, I think more than the Microsoft databases, there are a lot of databases are supported too. Right, that's all about Power Apps. Maybe you can subscribe this application and you can get to know more than this. And I'll come back to presentation. So risk management, the last part. So when we consider about the risk management, precaution is always better than cure. So risk management have a subcategories: risk identification, risk control, treat the risk, execute, execute the precaution and alternatives. Risk management is almost these risk factors that are from the life of a business, and it's usually done with its best interest and mind. Effective risk management means total control of future outcomes rather than reactivity. So with this risk management, we have to consider the risk identification and risk control and read the risk. So some precaution plans with our Microsoft 365 tools, such as getting backups in the Azure cloud or OneDrive or whatever the available resources, will help us to precaution or get caution from the any risk factors. Okay, so I hope more than IT industry, this presentation will help you to become running a successful project with Microsoft Office 365.